Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. A couple weeks ago on the show, we had our good friend, Mr. Sean Matson, on.
I don't know if we're actually friends anymore.
Well, probably not after what happened to him. I'm not amped about it. I know you're not amped about it.
No.
The listeners sure as hell aren't amped about it. CEO, founder of Cardomax, former Navy SEAL, badass. Says he's training to break the Guinness Book of World Records, wearing a bomb suit. He's been training. We had a huge bet on air that if he did not break the record, he would go the full fulcrum, right? He'll have to shave his whole body. Get a call from Sean about 48 hours before the competition, and he had a leg injury.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Here's my take on the leg injury, by the way. If I had laid a bet on anything on mybookie.com, and let's say I laid a bet on the Lakers to win the championship,
Yep.
and then LeBron James got AIDS.
Yeah.
To play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is likely.
Very likely.
Very likely to happen.
Yeah.
I would still be on the hook for that bet.
Correct.
So I expect Sean to be completely shorn within a number of days.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to have a fucking problem.
I believe we are.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I said, hey, Sean, you got this lovely lady out there who is trying to also break the world record. What are you going to do about this? He says, I'm going to go and support her. And I said, look, Sean, if she wins, we're going to have her on the show and then just talk shit about you because a woman actually did what you said you were going to do.
Right.
And therefore, we're all equal, Dan. We're all equal. Katie Hernandez, welcome to the show. Welcome to Drinkin' Bros. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you guys?
You did it. You broke the record.
I know. I'm so happy.
So let's get into it. What was the female world record? Because we were so focused in on Sean's whole bullshit that, he didn't really share the numbers for the female world record. I want to say it was maybe 12 minutes, something like that.
So the last record was 11:06 by a friend of mine, Ashley.
Oh, it was your friend? Mm-hmm. Are you guys still friends to this day?
Yeah, she was there. We played rugby together, so.
Oh, man. She was there and she watched you break her own record?
Yeah, she was actually pretty supportive of it, so it was good.
Okay. So what did you finish with?
So the old record was 11:06. I finished in 10:24.
10 minutes and 24 seconds in a full 84-pound bomb suit.
Yeah.
She should have to get a 1024 tattoo now, your friend. I feel like.
Yeah.
Carry that around for the rest of her life.
Tell her to get it across her chest, like no regrets in that movie of that dude. Yeah.
We both will.
Yeah, 1024. People think it was like a religious psalm or something like that. 84 pounds, you ran it in 10. I mean, that is, it's almost hard to believe. Because look, I was joking with Dan the other day. I don't know if I could run a 10-minute mile without anything on right now.
I could skip a 10-minute mile backwards.
And be fine with it, yeah.
You can literally walk a mile in 10 minutes without any weight on you for sure.
Probably,
no,
right?
Not probably. You can absolutely do it. You have long legs. Just don't stop walking.
Correct. But in an 84-pound bomb suit, it seems almost like an impossible feat. What made you want to do this? Are you in the military currently?
I am. I'll have been in 8 years in May.
Oh, wow. And what do you do?
Currently an EOD commander of the 717th out of Fort Campbell. So I'll be coming up on 2 years in June.
People were calling you the real Hurt Locker or the female Hurt Locker. Have you saw the signs online and everything, right? The posts?
So that's funny. I was handed that sign in the midst of everything and didn't even read it, just held it up. And I guess a couple of my friends were like, don't hold it up. Hold it up. And I went to them afterwards and I was like, why? They're like, go read it. And I looked at it and I was like, oh no, I'm going to get so much shit for this.
That's so funny. It's been a running joke on this show how much we hate that. Like everybody, it's like the most hated military movie of all time, the Hurt Locker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those things goes in waves. So back in the day, a lot of people didn't like Rambo, right? They didn't like First Blood, but it turns out that was a little more accurate than we wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Now, I haven't had to fight Brian Denny at all, but I'm prepared to.
Yeah.
Sure. Is he dead?
I think he's dead.
Yeah, he
Hot
may be
Bob,
dead.
yeah, look at Brian Dennehy. I believe he's dead.
I'll go fight one of his family members or something like that.
Or exhume the body and just fight the bones.
Yeah, I'll fight the bones, dude. You know me. I'll fight bones.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm high as shit right now, so.
Yeah, so anything goes at this point. What are your thoughts on that movie, Katie?
The Hurt Locker. I honestly have never seen the whole thing, so I can't speak to it. I fell asleep halfway through. But,
I think
definitely
that
have been getting a lot of shit from it.
I'm pretty sure falling asleep halfway through is all the information we needed from an actual EOD person.
Yeah. The other question we had while we were discussing this before we got on air is like, to do this job, boy, what makes you want to do it? It's hard to wrap your mind around what an EOD does. I mean, that's intense.
Yeah, so I actually had a different job, a logistics job in the military before this. And I was in class one day and a couple of EOD techs walked in. I didn't know what EOD did at the time, but all they did was walk up to the front of the classroom. They were like, if you want to blow shit up, let us fucking know. And they left. And I was like, I don't know what they do, but I want to be as cool as them. So that's how that got started.
That's awesome. But you know, what's it like putting on that bomb suit for the first time?
So you have to do a bomb suit test before you even make your endorsement for it, but it's pretty intense. They make you run around, do jumping jacks and whatnot. And then at the end, they ask you a bunch of math questions that you probably wouldn't know outside the bomb suit, but it's pretty intense.
Yeah, because I was watching, and I hope this doesn't sound like a joke because this is totally true, but I was watching The Masked Singer the other night with my child. And there was one of the performers, because the suits they look like heavy, you know? This guy, who I think it's Bobby Brown, I don't know who is underneath it, but he had to physically leave the stage because he thought he was going to pass out, that he was too hot and everything else. He's not in the middle of Iraq wearing an 84-pound bomb suit trying to may or may not save an entire unit based on whatever you're able to do. Fuck me, dude. I just can't. I can't visualize it. I really can't visualize doing that every single day.
We can get you in one.
That's a hard pass for me, dog. That's probably a hard no for me.
Bobby Brown in a bomb suit
that would be great.
I just don't see it, man.
I don't either.
He's a small man. He's also been smoking crack for years. Like how much? I guess crackheads do have crackhead strength, right?
They do, but even in that huge suit on The Masked Singer, it seemed like it was too much for him. And again, it's a guess that it's Bobby Brown. That's just a total guess. But whoever it was,
did they modulate the voice or something?
Yes, and he got real dizzy because the head is huge and the body's huge and all this stuff. He got real dizzy and kind of wobbled off the stage and said, "I need a moment." And I was like, imagine telling somebody that overseas, like, "Hey guys, I'm going to need a moment."
Well, it's kind of a compliment, right? Like I can't do under the best conditions what you do routinely in austere conditions. Seems like a compliment.
Yeah.
But Bobby Brown's a crackhead.
Yeah.
So maybe he remember Tyrone Biggums. He picked that bus up that time just to get a dime out from underneath the front tire.
Yeah, but there's good crackheads and there's bad ones, right?
Right.
Out of all of the crackheads, he's the only one. He's probably the most famous crackhead still alive.
Tyrone Biggums?
No. Bobby Brown.
Wait, is Marion Barry still alive?
No, Marion Barry's dead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. Hot Bob, fact check that real quick.
Yeah, he died in 2014.
Yes.
For those of you in the crowd who don't know, Marion Barry was the mayor of D.C.
D.C., yeah.
Got caught with a bunch of hookers and crack, not cocaine, crack. Right? Smoking it, actually. Yeah. And then, left political life for about 15 minutes and came back and won mayor of D.C. again.
Sure did.
So congratulations, buddy.
Great town. And then we lost, DMX, obviously, on Friday, R.I.P.
Was he smoking crack or was it just cocaine, like powder cocaine?
Boy, I wasn't in the room that night. I have been on a lot of others with him, but I'm kidding. Could you imagine if we were friends in real life?
DMX?
Yeah, you just rolled up to somebody's house and you're like, oh, shit, it's a house party. Who'd you bring? Oh, shit, is that DMX with Ross? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I'm going to start making friends with odd celebrities and just bringing them to odd events.
You should. You and Be Real would be great together, actually, from Cypress Hill.
Well, we wouldn't make it to the fucking party. Let's be real. Nailed it.
Nailed it. But if there was a crackhead Olympics or just a life thing, Bobby Brown is probably number one in that right now.
I probably should interview him for my book, How to Drink and Do Drugs Like an Adult.
Yeah,
because clearly, I mean, he's made some mistakes, but
no.
He's lasted pretty long, I guess. Speaking of lasting pretty long, 10 minutes and 24 seconds. Now, you're in the Army, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you guys, all your PT shit changed recently since I've been out. What is it now? Like, what's the PT test now? It's certainly not running in a goddamn bomb suit, but what is it exactly?
Nah, it's a bunch of, it's like 3-rep max deadlift, a ball toss where you take a medicine ball and throw it for distance behind your head. It's an odd one. There's some leg tucks, a 2-mile run, some sprints. They kind of beefed it up, but it hasn't passed Congress review yet, so it hasn't been implemented yet. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Well, if anybody knows how to stay in shape, it's the U.S. Congress, right?
Yeah.
All those fat turds. Are you kidding me? They're great. Deciding what we're doing?
They're great.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's always the best people.
Say? Why do they have any say in this?
It's always the best people, Katie. How long do you think you'll stay in?
I'm heading down to Miami this summer. I'll be an ROTC instructor for the cadets at FAU, and then I'll make up my mind from there. We'll see. I don't know if this will be a lifelong thing.
Just because of the difficulty of it, or because you want to party and you're young and you're just like, fuck this?
I think that after company command's like the pinnacle of your military career. After this, I'm not so much okay with sitting behind a desk, so I'm gonna go conquer the world in a different way. So,
yeah, because after you did this, man, we were hit up by every single Drinkin Bros listener. Was like, hey, we got to get Katie on the show. She did it because they were watching, and then I was kind of looking up your bio. Were you in a CrossFit competition over the weekend too?
Yeah, I qualified for the CrossFit quarterfinals. So I had 5 workouts to do this weekend. So my body's pretty smoked, but it's done. I'm happy about that.
So the weekend before, just to get the record straight here, you broke the Guinness World Record for a mile in a bomb suit. And then the following weekend, you're like, might as well enter a CrossFit competition and qualify in that as well.
Yeah, so the previous 3 weeks leading up to my run was actually to qualify for quarterfinals. So they took the top 10% athletes from those first 3 weeks. So it was those 3 weeks, my run, and then quarterfinals. So it's been a hell of a couple months.
Is that a Band-Aid on your thumb? Did you injure yourself?
No, I'm just playing with it.
Oh, I see. I didn't know if you were injured. I didn't if somebody's injured, I want to know.
Yeah, obviously.
I'll pray for you and whatever else.
Yeah. We'll do a lot of hashtags and prayers up.
I'm actually a Reiki healer. A lot of people don't know that about me.
I didn't. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, that's because I just made that up. That's not true. Because Reiki healing is fucking stupid.
Yeah, well,
it's
it
like
is.
the astrology of medicine, basically.
Yeah. I believe in you. I'd let you put your hands on me and heal me.
Well, some of them don't even apply their hands to you. They just wave them above you like a magician.
I'm gonna demand it. I'm gonna demand it.
We'll
actually,
see. I mean, that's extra. So somebody, who was it that just posted that shit? FJ says for $5 for Ross to do a show in a bomb suit. You got to come harder than $5, motherfucker.
$5? Come on, man. That wouldn't even. I'd get me a foot long. If that special's still going on at Subway.
If you got a coupe, you might be able to get a foot long with that.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this, because one of our producers back here went to, where did you go? UFC?
UCF.
There it is. No need to get that school name right. He knows all the Florida party schools. How does FAU line up in that, Dan? Where would you put that as far as party schools in Florida go?
It's where all the Instagram thotties say they go, but they don't actually go to school.
All right.
I see. So that's a good thing, though, right? Because that means they're going to the parties there. They're just not enrolled in classes.
Yeah, so you're good. How old are you, Katie?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Oh, shit. You don't look anywhere near 30. You'll be one of those people who's going to be able to fit in like you still go to school there and all that other shit. But you'll be teaching ROTC there?
I will be. I'll be in charge of the cadets and their physical training program.
Wow.
Fuck that.
What? Yeah. What do you?
Like
what
if I'm a cadet in ROTC, the last thing I want is someone who just spent the last 4 weeks qualifying for shit.
Yeah.
And breaking world records. Fuck that. No, I want some fat retard that's like at the tail end of their career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, zonk, get out of here.
Imagine
Like,
she
yes.
shows up, dude, and that's going to be a hard semester.
Yeah, it's like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime showing up.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I didn't sign up for this shit. You kidding me?
How do you even get involved in that? Like, who calls you for something like that?
So we get a list of different job opportunities, and I was going through and I saw Miami, and I didn't know what the job was, but I was like, I want to go there.
Yeah, fuck, man. Have you been down to Miami?
Never.
Oh, boy. Well,
it is a blast. Let's just say this: Katie's never going back to the military again.
no,
right?
we might be in Miami mid-May for a little bare knuckle action.
Oh yeah, the bare knuckle fights. Yeah, yeah.
She definitely won't go back to Boca.
Yeah, she won't go back to Boca. Is that where it is, Boca Raton?
Yeah, ever's closed at 8.
That's right.
Well,
the
that's
mouth
because
of the
everybody
rat.
eats dinner at 4:30.
They do.
Early bird
old.
specials. A lot of
Everybody's old.
shuffleboard games.
Yeah.
A lot of shuffleboard. Is it,
Yeah,
so,
but
is it
you can
closer to
also-
Boca or Miami? It's both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the good news is whenever there's a lot of old people around, you can still steal their pills,
Yes.
which is something that speaks to you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I
'Cause
always
they
go
don't-
through the medicine closet.
They don't remember
Cabinet.
because they have Alzheimer's. Also, two, they don't need all those pills.
No, dude.
I need those pills. Their life sucks already. Those pills are not going to make their life any better. Those pills will make my life better. God damn it.
So what if homegirl comes back, your best friend, and she tries to break your record?
Oh,
Do you
no.
go after it again?
I'll Jeff Galooly her. You pay me like $5,000 and I'll crack her knee with a fucking lead pipe like Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, nice crowbar right to the old meniscus. What's
That's a really specific spot to hit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
what's did she say anything of like, hey, I'm going to try to beat your record?
Oh no.
That's fine.
She's getting
Sorry.
phone calls over there. Super popular.
Yeah, it's blowing up. Sorry, we're stopping you from partying in Miami.
Sorry, guys, that was me. I was calling her.
Oh yeah, were you? Way to go, Giorgio.
She's way too young for you, Giorgio.
Way
Everybody
too young
knows
for
it.
you, Giorgio.
Give me a fucking break.
Is...
By the way, can we stop and talk about how Giorgio's dream girl is now available?
Who is it?
Fucking Queen Elizabeth, bro.
That's right. Yeah, she's single, ready to mingle. At 102 years old.
And you know she's got a boat.
Yeah.
She's got a fleet, bitch.
She's got a whole goddamn
Yeah.
cruise line.
Yeah, he's a creep and he's into old ladies. Anyways, continue. With your
Yeah, when your screen cut out there, we always take the opportunity to go after our producers and their sexual fetishes in this life.
Yep.
So
Have to.
you have
It's
to.
actually in their employment contracts that we have to. So.
Yeah, if you're going out of Miami, you're not ever coming back to the military again. Let's face it. That's it. That's kind of yeah.
That might be it.
It is, yeah, and it's like a real fit city. So if you haven't been there, here's what Miami is. There is a lot of gyms down on like Washington that it's a for real DJ in there, and he's blaring music like, I mean, you walk in and it's you take some Molly and you get on a treadmill and then they're screaming at you like full day. Like it's probably the best gym sitch there is, I would say nationwide. Because if you're not alive walking into that motherfucker, you're not alive walking into anywhere. You will never leave there. That's going to be like your dream.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Man.
A lot of Cubans, a lot of good food, a lot of good coffee down there, a lot
Yeah.
of good booze, a lot of good clubs. Pitbull is a conspiracy theorist now. Shit.
Mr. 305 will
Yeah.
be there.
He's really doing it.
Where did Tiffany end up? Like Fort Benning? How do you not choose Miami over like Fort Benning?
She's in a completely different branch of the military.
Okay.
And does a completely different job, and she's enlisted and not an officer.
Got it. So you don't get how do you get the options? Like, how do you, like, no
Yeah,
one's
how
ever
did
come
you-
on the show and said, Miami's where I'm going.
Now, how did you apply for that? Was it on USA Jobs, or did you go through like internal recruiter? How did that work?
HRC has been posting all the jobs on a website now, and
Yeah.
you basically go through and rank, and then you reach out, and if they rank you number one and you rank them number one, it's pretty much a done deal.
So it's like Tinder for the military jobs.
it is.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird. I'm not at all comfortable with that.
No, but that's the greatest gig you could probably have, one would imagine, right?
What, having a bunch of fucking dum-dums and, I mean, look, as long as you're,
At FAU? Fuck yeah.
I mean, I would rather, if I was going to do that job, probably be at a boring school because the kids are going to be boring. You know what I mean? Having to deal with a bunch of knuckleheads. Although, by and large, most cadets are usually pretty well behaved because they're trying to keep their records clean so they can get into the military clean, right?
Sure.
So that part's pretty easy. We had a bunch of those dots hanging out with us back in the day, and we tried our best to ruin their lives, and they just wouldn't have it.
Yeah, they weren't up for it, huh?
Yeah. And I mean, you get the rare one that tries to get you to salute them, even though they're not even commissioned in the military yet, and they get told to get fucked, obviously.
Sure.
And then oftentimes get tied to things out in the woods.
Yeah.
That happens as well sometimes. But by and large, most of the ones I dealt with are pretty nice guys. Actually, we had a couple that came back 2 years later and became lieutenants in our unit.
Really?
Yep.
No shit. Look at that, Katie.
You're molding the minds of future fucking officers.
Yeah, and let's face it, if you sleep with one of your students, like, you know, that's going to be viral. You're one of those ones that'll go viral. It's the ugly ones that never go viral, and you're like, oh, like the fat white ones in Kentucky.
People don't want to be bummed out like that.
No, dude. Every time I see a hot teacher arrested for like sleeping with a male student, I'm like, why couldn't that have been me?
When she's doing the perp walk, I'm like, oh, what are they giving her a fucking award? What's happening here?
Yeah.
It's like that last scene in fucking Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Where they're playing that dope ass music and everybody's getting medals and shit. Sorry, it's different.
Well, it's college. They're all at least 18 too, so you're good to go on that.
Maybe 17.
Really?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was when I went to college. My nickname was Jailbait. So.
Was it really?
Where'd you go to school?
Who called you Jailbait too?
All the senior guys.
Wow.
You didn't answer my goddamn question. Let's go.
Yeah.
I went to Springfield College for a year and a half, and then transferred to SUNY Brockport up in upstate New York.
So you're from New York then? Because nobody would transfer to SUNY unless they were from New York, right?
No. SUNY, Jesus Christ. SUNY's, that's the coolest shit. Where at? Which SUNY? Binghamton?
SUNY Brockport, so up in Rochester.
Oh, okay. Fucking A.
Yeah, it's cold as fucking
God damn
balls
it.
up there all the time.
It's the worst.
I mean,
no offense.
Oneonta is the worst.
Yeah.
Probably, but yeah.
That is so fucking cold up there. One of my best friends from high school went to SUNY Binghamton. And he's like, come up and party. And I was like, oh, there's 38 feet of snow? No, I'm totally good. I'm totally good. No, FAU will do you just fine. Do you have any final words for Sean Matson for gimping out of this
What do you mean
thing?
final words? He's not going to kill himself.
He's dead in my eyes now. He's dead in my eyes.
Until he redeems himself, yeah.
But I told him, yeah, here's what I told Sean before you guys got started, because he came on to talk about it. I said, look, man, with your age right now, how many more opportunities do you have to possibly do this if you don't do it this year? And sure enough, he gets fucking injured.
I know. I felt so bad for him, but I guess my words for Sean are 4 times the charm.
Oh, nailed it. Look at that. Sorry, Sean. Go to cardomax.com, promo code DB, buy one, get one. At least support Sean that way, because he's not going to have any records to show to his kids, you know? Not any world records. You will, though, Katie. Where can everybody find you? Because I have a feeling if people do watch this episode on YouTube, there's going to be a lot of people looking to find your Instagram.
My Instagram is katie.m.hernandez.
Okay, at katie.m.hernandez. I'm married, so that's not me, obviously, but you know, if you see a guy named Just Giorgio, it's our producer. Don't answer that one. don't answer. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Save yourself on that one, Katie.
I really believe that Giorgio is trying to get himself sex trafficked right now. You know what I mean? I feel like I think he's putting himself out there and trying to get it done somehow. I don't know why I feel like that. I have no evidence to that, but it just seems like something that would happen.
Yeah.
I'm an empath. I'm very intuitive. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what astrological sign makes that make sense, but I just said, well,
I love anybody who tells me that. I take on other people's emotions. I'm an empath. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, if you were taking on my emotions right now, you would feel very angry. Get the fuck away from me. Are you out of your goddamn mind? What, do you got special power? Why do human beings always want to think they got fucking special powers?
I don't know.
God damn it, man.
I don't understand it. You're not an empath. Like, if people go and hit you up on your Instagram, you're not going to give them some weird shit like that. Like, what's your bio? What do you got?
Oh, I'm going to look it up. Hang on.
Basic health, fitness, Army.
I'm going to go look it up and see if I can find anything embarrassing on you.
Yeah, let's pop it open. Pop it open.
U.S. Army Fitness, Health, Nutrition. Ooh, God. And women's running the bomb suit record link. How long are you going to fucking ride that? Jesus Christ.
It's only been a week.
It's over.
It's been a week. We're still proud of you, Katie. Hey, Bob, are you able to pop her Instagram up on screen? There you go. You get 7,500 followers right now. I think by the end of this show, like when it airs tonight at 8 p.m. EST, I think we could probably get you above 10,000. Whose dog is that? Is that your dog?
That's my dog, Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles.
Oh, did you name him after the fucking show?
It's a rough show if you've never seen it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like him too. Have you ever seen Mr. Pickles?
No, I've never seen Mr. Pickles.
It's one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen in my life, and you know me pretty well, so you know that means something.
That's deep.
I didn't know that it existed until a couple months ago when Jared and Caleb Francis showed it to me, and I'm just sitting there like, they really put this on television, huh? It's like a dog that's possessed by the devil or some shit like that. I mean, it's wild as fuck.
I got to get into it.
Yeah.
Let's go through the rest of the pictures, Bob. In case this wasn't embarrassing enough, we need to know here what's going on here. A lot of CrossFits. Another one with your dog, huh?
Yeah, she's a Bills fan.
You're a Bills fan at least? Shit.
So after you broke the record, did you jump through a fucking folding table?
Yeah, did somebody smash you through a folding table?
I'll have to put that video up on Instagram.
Oh, so you have done that before. I'm not
Have you done that?
Of course she has. Look at her fucking, she's crazy. This person's crazy.
Boy, they're going to fucking destroy her Instagram here tonight. Yeah. Keep going there, Bob. Pop that up. Let's see what else we got there. What else do we have here? Jesus Christ. Some of the shit you're able to do is I feel sore watching it.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
Wait, we got a Hurt Locker situation.
There you go.
She's a bomb person, but also a sniper, just like in the movie.
Are you a sniper just like in the movie?
Yeah.
Very funny.
How frequently do you go outside the wire by yourself with armed simply with a 9mm and street clothes to rescue a child?
That's actually a phenomenal question.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Jesus Christ. Somebody should slap Jeremy Renner in the fucking face. What an idiot. Like, your mind has to rebel at part of that. Like, hey, is this real? Are we really doing this? Like, what? I mean, I guess that's a compliment that Renner thinks that soldiers are actually doing kind of shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
But it's not. No, we're pounding off in the fucking porta shitter and fucking going on stupid patrols all the time.
Yeah, dude. Renner was out there saving lives, though.
And then that Jason Bourne movie he did. And then he was the fucking Marvel superhero, but he was the only one with no fucking powers at all. He's got a bow and arrow. You fucking kidding me, dude?
He's made the most out of just a tiny bit of talent.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's great.
Yeah.
Shout out to if Renner came up to you in a bar, because he's single now, he just got divorced. If Renner came up to you in a bar, would he have a shot, or just based on the Hurt Locker, would you be like, dude, I can't even fucking show up with you?
No,
in front of my friends.
you would never be able to hang out with any of your friends or colleagues anymore if you fucking dated the guy that was in Hurt Locker. There's no fucking way.
Really?
Even Anthony Mackie, who was a supporting guy in that movie, you couldn't date. Like, anybody associated with that whole mess.
You know what's weird is both of them are Marvel guys now.
Mm-hmm.
What are the chances of that? You do Hurt Locker, and then all of a sudden you can just go and save the world through things.
I guess that's how it works.
Katie, we're proud of you for saving the world and breaking the world record. We've got some sponsors on this show that we have to get to because they pay for this whole shit wagon to be on the air. But if you'd like to hit up Katie.M. Hernandez on her Instagram and say what's up and congratulate her on the world record, do it. I'm sure she'd be amped about it. Or you can enroll it at FAU this fall and have her run you into the ground.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're proud of you, Katie. Take care. D'Anthony, I had a long flight in this morning.
Yep.
And
so did I. Actually, mine was short.
The computer's not working. So I know the first one. I know it's ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros, obviously, because they're our title sponsor. I don't need to look that up on anything. I'm just staring at a blank screen right now. 30% off everything in the entire store. At ghostbeds.com/Drinkin Bros. Pillows, sheets, mattresses, adjustable bases, you name it, 30% off. At checkout, just use the promo code Drinkin Bros, and you're good to go. I believe the adjustable base by itself is 40% off.
Yeah.
Also, if you buy a mattress and then take a little pic of yourself and put it on Instagram, tag yourself, and then tag Drinkin Bros in it, they'll send you 2 free pillows. They will find you and send you 2 free pillows.
Yeah, and if you really impress me with the picture you're taking, and I'm not going to give you any instructions, I'm just saying, if you really impress me with that photo, I'll give you something special as well.
Really? What's that?
I'm not going to say.
Okay.
But it's going to be something pretty special.
Okay.
And again, no instructions.
No instructions whatsoever. No need. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Today, where as always, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. You can couple all those deals together with that. So do it. Who do we got up next, Anthony?
I've got HelloFresh.com/Drinkin Bros 12.
Damn, I already know this one by heart because I
use the code Drinkin Bros 12 on that bitch too.
No, I eat it. I've eaten it for a year and a half now, maybe 2 years. Wife had it. This is one that I called in. I was like, hey, can you guys come on the show because I want the discounts. They're giving you 12 free meals. Here's what they're doing in free shipping. So I don't know how you beat that in this life. It's basically saying we think our food is the best on the planet, and we're just going to give you 12 free meals. So look, it's one of those things. Recipes take about 20 minutes to cook, somewhere in there. It's just based on what my wife does, obviously.
Yeah, I mean it's a really good program if you're, especially if you got kids.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you can get them to eat anything other than dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Well, here's the good thing about it is like it comes in twosies, you know, so you can husband and wife, like we eat it, and then the kids eat the tendies.
Yeah.
You know, they eat the dinosaur tendies. So
it just simplifies your life a lot.
Correct.
Really. I mean, that's the key, right? That's what you do. What's that old saying? You when you're young, you spend your time trying to make money, and then when you're older, you try to spend your money to buy back some of your time, right?
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about. People think it's ridiculous at some point, like, oh, you're paying somebody to do this. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's 45 minutes uninterrupted during my day, which is a goddamn rarity. So yeah, I'm going to pay for that.
Yeah.
And if you can get it at one of these I can move appointments around. It's hard to move dinner around, especially if you got kids, right? You got to eat then. That's just how it is. Otherwise, they're going to lose their shit.
Well, and then bedtime and all that other stuff. Like it's a nightmare. What's their call to action on there, D'Anthony?
Let's see.
Because I know you get 12 free meals.
It is, yeah. So go to HelloFresh.com/DrinkinBros12. Use the code DrinkinBros12 for 12 free meals and free shipping. So it's America's #1 meal kit, apparently. It
is, like for sure. I've had every fucking meal kit, I think, in the last like 5-6 years. That's the best to me.
I've used some of the other ones. We're not going to mention them because they suck, but the other ones that I've used other than HelloFresh were the food was weird. Like half the time.
Dude.
Half the time. Well, one, the food wasn't great. Two, half the time it tasted like freezer burnt, which is it should be flash frozen. So that shouldn't even be possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that makes me very suspicious. Anyways, go to HelloFresh.com/DrinkinBros12. Use the code DrinkinBros12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping.
Boom. Boom.
And then Cardomax, obviously, since
since we had Katie on the show and Sean failed at life and will never break. I don't think Sean will break the record. I'm saying that out loud right now.
We'll see.
Cardomax.com. It's the energy intensifier. That shit'll get you going, dude. I would pumping through it right now.
Yeah.
Dan, I was on a flight at 4 a.m. this morning. Hot back in the studio about a half hour before we went live here on YouTube. And I am just fucking juicing through it right now. I appreciate it, Sean. Right now it's BOGO. The bags are right in front of me. Win a single right here. Boom. Check her on out. BOGO. Buy one, get one free at cardomax.com. The two flavors that we're the fondest of, the blue raspberry and the pink lemonade, obviously. So go to cardomax.com, cardomax.com, promo code DB. That's those buy one get one, so you can get an extra bag. And then we got who was this?
I'm actually
Gronk's
drinking it
company?
right now. Yeah. So Ice Shaker, Chris Gronkowski's company made us some of these.
Yeah,
ice shakers with the. This is the best shaker that exists. Right?
Mark Cuban ended up investing in this on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those guys on Shark Tank. Obviously, the Gronk's been on the show a few times.
This is the best shaker I've ever had, and I've been taking it. It's a double wall shaker, and I take it everywhere. I've been traveling, and I'm taking it with me on the road, which is not normal for me.
They're not even a sponsor, but
no, they're not.
Just look at the bottom here. That's why.
Yeah, that's why it's the best.
And
you can put like I don't know if you've seen the viral video yet, but Sean made one and Chris made one where you put a little bit of water, like a cup, maybe half a cup of water in the bottom, and then put a hard-boiled egg in and just shake it up a little bit, and it completely peels it perfectly every single time.
Yeah.
Which makes my life a lot easier because I boil a lot of eggs. You know
Yeah, of course.
Actually, I sous vide them mostly, but it's the same principle's the same. You still got to peel those motherfuckers. So this is the best.
This is simply the best.
We'll probably have to get him to make these with the Drinkin' Bros logo on them permanently.
And sell them in the store. That'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
They are super dope.
And then tonight's is our new show on the Tetherball Academy media network tonight's, which is same YouTube channel, so you don't have to go anywhere. Chuck Liddell and Adam Ray, their debut episode airs tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Icebreakers. And we've shot, I think, 5 so far?
Yeah, 5 so far, and we've got a special guest getting recorded this upcoming week. That's a secret, but...
Do we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to need to know who that is because I got to send Giorgio out there to Los Angeles.
Yeah, Giorgio's going to have to go as soon as we confirm that he's going to be leaving tomorrow, probably.
No shit.
Yeah.
The look of shock in Giorgio's face.
I told him this fucking yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Fuck
Okay,
him.
cool.
He only
So it is official. I mean, I was waiting to hear this morning.
Well, we'll see.
2 p.m. now.
We're just waiting on the confirmation and a couple of other things to line up, but it'll happen this week. So
yeah, and you know, I know we've said this before, but we always kind of get nervous when it's like a big guest, right? Because you don't know if they're going to back out or stay or whatever. In the 900 and something episodes of Drinkin' Bros, only 2 have backed out like unannounced at the last second. It happened to me on Friday. I'm not going to say who it is. It was a huge guess, and they rescheduled, said they got the dates mixed up or whatever. So we had to air one of our episodes from Patreon last night because we don't miss days. Rain or shine, we're going to give you an episode no matter what. We aired one of our episodes from Patreon last night, which was super fucked up and out of control. It was a tribute to DMX that I did. I found out that he died, and then I went to my garage and recorded it with our brand new seltzers because we had to give notes for the taste test for that. If you like shit like that, I know it was super fucking wild. I think I said I was going to fuck that guy's dog live on air, but...
well, I mean, the dog shouldn't have been standing there. Let's be real about that.
That's what I said. But it was like 1:30 in the morning, and the guy it was like a weird neighbor like peeking in through the garage window, and I'm on a microphone. I mean, granted, music is blaring, so it was like DMX and shit, and like he probably thought, what the fuck is going on in there? But still.
What's going on in there is called mind your fucking business, guy.
Exactly.
I'm celebrating the man's life over here.
Yeah. So if you enjoy super fucked up episodes like that, go to Drinkin' Bros Patreon podcast. It's patreon.com/Drinkin' Bros podcast. And we do one of those a week. We do Jack Mandeville's show keeps getting more and more out of control every single week. Who'd you guys have on? Caleb Francis?
We had Caleb Francis on a couple weeks ago, yeah. And then last week it was just me and Jack, and we got really into it. It was good. I've been getting aggressively drunk on these shows.
Yes.
It's like my one day a week to do it. So
yes.
People have been enjoying that. So yeah.
Yeah, and those are awesome because those are a call-in show, and like you guys get so many fucking calls. You can't answer all of those.
Wait,
obviously.
we got another one here. Craig Deleski.
Craigers.
Bomb suit or nah for the wedding. He typed weeding, but he meant wedding.
Yeah.
He gave $99.99.
For me to wear a bomb suit to the wedding for $100.
Yep.
Craig, I can't even get a suit from fucking Men's Warehouse for $100. Like, I love you, and we're going to come. We're paying for our shit.
If you can
I haven't even
provide,
asked you for.
If you can provide the bomb suit, that's a different story. I know he's a government contractor. Who knows, right? And isn't Aberdeen up there?
I'd tell you what. I'll try it on. Isn't the reception the night before the? I don't even know if we're invited to that. Probably not, right?
Oh, man, if his family's going to be there, I would say probably not. To be honest.
Because I would wear.
Can you imagine, like your family? It's your special day, and your family's all there, and 2 drunk loudmouth assholes show up and start talking about stupid shit the whole time and getting wrecked.
Yeah, because the other thing about it is, you take that DMX episode last night. The seltzers that I was referencing in that episode are our own, so that's real. Like we have a hard seltzer,
right there.
Literally right there. We've got. We had some investors that had to get shipped out to, so I had to taste them and give the final notes. And then we're going to do another live show this week with Jason Rao from Breaking Benjamin. So he's going to taste them live on air along with the rest of our employees. We're locking down 4 flavors. So I think we have it. I think those guys because we partner up with the guys at Tactical Brewery, Doug and Chris down there. They knocked it out of the park. So my final 4 were the peach, obviously, which you've had. The strawberry shortcake, which you've had, And then there's a blue raspberry that was lights out. And the last one was the lemon lime. And that was for D'Anthony.
That's just one you got to have in the repertoire.
Dude, they perfected it, man. I'm all in. The crazy thing though, they are they're 8%. So they came in at 150 calories, no carbs, no sugars, and they're 8%. Good night, Irene. If you want to hear how fucked up I got off of those, like, congratulations. That was last night's show. But we're going to do another one here probably Wednesday. When's Jason flying in? Tuesday or Wednesday?
He gets here tomorrow, but we'll probably do the show Wednesday when his partner comes in.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we'll just go live with those.
We've also got some other big shows.
We'll taste them this week. Yeah, we'll taste them live on air. Yeah, we get some huge shows this week.
Let's see. I mean, huge is not the right word. We got some important shows. Tomorrow we got Josie Altidore from the U.S. Men's National Team.
Yeah. And Drinkin' Bros Sports. That'll be awesome.
And then Wednesday we have Tommy Stoner in the building. He runs Rob O'Neill's charity that we've worked with before, right? Mm-hmm. So he's going to be here to do some stuff. And then also Wednesday, hopefully, if things work out the right way, the Mountain Primal. Mm-hmm. Right, the meat company.
Yeah, I love those. The elk
gave us the elk and bison for Neeksta to make. Hopefully, we're going to be recording that show on Wednesday.
That'd be great
if everything works out. It could be the weekend, but hopefully, we're going to do it Wednesday. They're all coming into town. All those guys for the adaptive athlete fucking bow competition that's going on down in San Antonio. Black Rifle's part of that. So they'll all be in town here for all that bullshit. That'll be fun. And then let's see who else we got. We also have Brandon Cohen on Friday.
All right.
But that's going to be next Sunday night show.
Yeah. Because we usually record the Friday shows in advance. Hence, that's what happened on this last Friday.
And he's going to be right on time, too, because we're going to get rocked all week on these seltzers. And then the Liquid IVs guy is going to show up. And hopefully we can beg him for more.
My God,
please give me more of that so I can live.
I pound that every morning. One of those, and then some Cardomax, and then dude, I'm up and at 'em. I wanted to chat with you because this story was late last night that I caught this. Did you see the guy, the 20-year-old that got shot in Minnesota?
No. I mean, I saw the looting, but
yeah, there was a lot of looting last night, riots, everything else, and people were demanding to release the body cam footage. So that's the new thing.
Well, it will get released at some point, yeah.
Well, it did, actually. And I don't know if this is going to become standard protocol to either quell violence or whatever. It's kind of what I wanted to chat with you about.
Right.
They released it already. And it was a female officer. Mm-hmm. She thought, at least her captain or whatever, it appears as if she thought she was pulling a taser because she yelled out taser. And it was actually her gun and accidentally shot this guy.
Well, I mean, that happens when you put your service weapon, your primary, and your taser on the same side of your body. That is typically frowned upon.
Got it. And
usually that's why you see the taser on the for a right-handed shooter. It's often on the appendix on the left side of their body. So you have to consciously make the effort to reach across your body and pull the taser out. Right.
Fuck.
I don't know. I didn't see her fucking duty belt or anything, so I don't know if she wasn't doing that. Maybe she reached across and got confused. Either way, the guy was unarmed then, I'm assuming?
He was, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Then she's going to jail.
So that was my next question.
And she should. She was incompetent. I mean, look, I don't like the backseat driver Monday morning quarterback bullshit any more than anybody else does, but your job is to train for the worst possible scenario, and some levity is given, or lenience is given, in the actual moment. Mistakes happen, right? Some things happen, but if you can't tell the difference between your firearm and your fucking taser, then you don't belong in uniform, frankly. I hate to say that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so this happened...
Because this is what happens. Somebody gets fucking killed for... I won't say no reason. I don't know what the guy was doing before, but gets killed unnecessarily for sure.
This is it's a very, very strange story, and I got a bunch of messages about it, and everybody was asking to talk about it today. So this was in Brooklyn Center, which is about 20 minutes from kind of where the George Floyd thing went down. And look, that area is already on edge, as is. And then and this happened, and obviously the trial is still going on today. yeah, she thought she was pulling her taser, pulled a gun, shot him. But the reason he was pulled over in the first place was because his air freshener was too big on the rearview mirror.
Well, he also had an outstanding warrant.
Well, they found that when he got pulled over, right? But I'm curious to see the size of the air freshener, if that, like how big that is. And I was not unaware that was a thing. The reason I ask, I have a gigantic one.
The police said he was pulled over because of an expired tag.
Okay, so the air freshener story was not true.
Maybe, I don't know, but
okay. It was his mom's car too.
It was his mom's car too. Okay,
it was a gross misdemeanor warrant according to the police, but I don't know what that means.
Got it. So the mom, okay, here's what it was. His mom was saying that he got pulled over for an air freshener. Allegedly, they were on the phone together while this happened. Mm-hmm. So, weird, man. Weird.
Yeah, this is not good. Not good at all. I mean, Minneapolis police had enough issues before this. Honestly, that you cannot have mistakes like this. In combat, sometimes shit happens, right? Shit cannot just happen in this country. If you're not good enough at your job to not do this, then you don't belong doing the job. Period.
Yeah, and a lot of people are careful to say of like, hey, this was not the Minneapolis PD on this one. This was Brooklyn Center, which is outside of it. So, man, that's a really fucking odd story. Because I saw the looting and everything else, I did not know what it was in regards to. And then I woke up to that this morning and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of messages from people in the National Guard who said they're already, like before this happened, because of the Chauvin trial, they were already getting deployed up there.
Okay.
Just to not necessarily to do anything yet, but to be on site in case some shit goes down so they can deploy rapidly. So they're already preparing for this shit.
Yeah, because that Chauvin trial so far has been real odd, man.
It's not been good for the prosecution.
I watched a little bit of on Friday after that guest canceled.
Yeah.
Thanks, hombre. So after he canceled, I was like, all right, well, sweet. But I let my wife and kids go to the park and party and enjoy their life while I was stuck in a studio for hours waiting for somebody. But whatever, man. While I was watching it, and I hate a bad comb over. Can you pull up this guy's comb over? He is one of the, I guess you would call him a coroner in this trial. It's rare that I see a comb over this bad that I will physically ask you to pull it up and put it on screen. But this one, I was like,
what's the dude's name?
Who are you fooling? It's a white guy.
No, what's his name? Who are you talking about?
He was the coroner. He just testified on Friday.
Oh.
White guy with a comb over. But man, it was a terrible comb over. He just testified on Friday. Either way, what he was saying during this was that
there was the medical examiner,
yeah.
Andrew Baker or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, pull up Andrew Baker.
Yeah, Andrew Baker.
There it is.
That's you already had it. He was the guy in the top left there. Right there in the second from the left. Yep. Is that who you're talking about? That was the medical examiner.
Who knows? Either way, there was a couple people testifying for this, and what they were saying was that there was no bruising on his neck.
Right.
Which is, and they said it is sometimes common when you're kneeling on somebody's neck to kill them and everything else.
Yeah.
There was a lot of questions after that.
There's also a number of other videos.
This.
There's a number of videos. As much as I don't like the guy, Crowder put out a video that kind of broke everything down.
Steven Crowder?
Yeah. And you can see different angles where at a couple of different points, Chauvin moves. It appears as though he moves his knee from the neck area to the back of the shoulder blade.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't, that kind of, if I'm the defense in this situation, every time they mention the time 8:47 or 9:20, whatever the fuck it is, I'd be like, well, not really, right? Because that's a huge fucking mistake. The fact that they tried, that their star witness was the goddamn dude who sold him the drugs. Did they really think that dude was going to come up and testify and implicate himself in what is a second-degree murder, essentially, by selling the drugs to the guy that died? Like, if the trial results in the jury or judge or whomever it is deciding, or the DA deciding that the fucking cause of death was indeed the drugs, that dude goes to jail forever.
Yes.
You think he's just going to come up on stage and be like, hey, man, I did it?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Of course not. You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid. This prosecution is done about as poor of a job as you can do.
And the reason I bring this up is coupled with what happened yesterday and whatever happens in this trial. If you don't get the verdict you're looking for here and you're already pissed about what happened yesterday, it's going to get a lot worse.
Well, they're preparing for it to get a lot worse. Matt Chapin down here, he's an officer in the area, and he said the National Guard's been there at the courthouse for 5 weeks now.
No shit.
Yeah. And I assume they're going to send more people now. Probably.
Yes. Yeah. After last night, I mean, shit, everything. It was a everything must go sale there last night in Brooklyn Center.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the relevance of Little Caesars, which has fallen apparently, and GameStop and Nike are to people getting shot. At some point, you're going to have to draw me a Venn diagram that makes all that make sense.
I will say this: if I was to loot, and I've not looted anything before in my life,
right,
Dan? Where they were at last night all made sense. You're going to get hungry. Looting is
for sure.
It's tiresome.
Oh, he's not an officer. Matt Chapin's not an officer. He just has friends there.
Okay.
But he works in somewhere around there. Anyways,
gotcha. Looting is tiresome.
Sure.
Little Caesars, nice little pick-me-up.
Do they still have the hot and readies there?
Yeah, oh yeah, and the crazy
How
bread.
much are they now?
$5.99.
So it's only going up 99 cents. Used to be $5.
Yes.
Fine with that.
Yeah. The crazy bread.
Can we talk about how?
And then Foot Locker. They took down the Foot Locker. So and a liquor store.
The Arby's 5 for $5 has been 5 for $5 since we were children.
Yeah.
So is there no roast beef inflation that happens, or how does this work?
They have the meats.
They've either been overcharging for roast beef for years, or now they're using some substitute that is not roast beef and it's cheaper to make. Right.
I'm not sure, and it's weird you said that. So
what other company ever has had the same price on the same product for the last 30 fucking years? That's not a thing, man.
Well, we got to look at the portion control, because like a big beef and cheddar would fill me up as a small child, and now I can eat like 6 of them.
5 for $5s are basically like junior cheese, right?
Yes.
But still, that's fucking 5 of them plus the bread. Not that bread costs anything.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I don't believe this. Roast beef inflation.
There was a meat inflation on Friday nights. We took the kids to again, I hate to throw them on the bus because I enjoy their food. Is Buffalo Wild Wings. Great place for kids. TVs are loud as shit. Nobody really notices kids screaming their face off. Every parent will tell you this. They know it. And so we take the kids there. There is a wing shortage apparently, and so they sat us down and they said, "Look, we're sorry about Jessie wanted all flats. She's an all flats ranch girl, which is always weird to me. Is on blue cheese, all drums, which is probably why we get along." But they said, sorry, there's a shortage on flats. We're going to have to mix it up in your order. And there's a wing shortage in general. So forgive us if the prices are a little higher. I looked up the prices for 15 wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was $19. And I was like, that's excessive. Then they came out. They were about this big. And I asked, I thought that I got the wrong meal. I said, did I order the child's thing? And she said, no, we're really sorry. And we know the wings are super tiny right now, but there's a wing shortage going on.
I'm putting all this together. I'm building a timeline in my head right now.
Yeah.
Wing shortage, smaller wings. That means they're butchering chickens earlier. Right?
We literally sat there and tried to think about this. Like, how do you get a tinier wing? Yes.
Or the ones pumped full of steroids aren't available right now. You know what I mean? It's probably one of those two things.
Or it's a different bird.
No, because smaller birds, unless it's a pigeon or something, are usually more expensive per pound, right? Like if you get...
I figured it out. I looked it up.
Oh, you did? Okay. What is it?
Just another instance of America's crumbling infrastructure. We no longer have the same amount of wing fridges that we had, say, 10 years ago.
What?
Why?
I don't know, man.
What is a wing fridge different than a goddamn regular refrigerator?
I'm telling you, the current, according to restaurantbusinessonline.com, the current cold storage stock of chicken wings is at its lowest in a decade. And it says... Yeah, just that we just don't have the cold storage for wings apparently.
Yeah, so I talked to somebody there, and they said, look, the owners, I guess, would eventually like to move to all boneless wings because
it's not real meat.
The price of wings is getting higher and higher and higher, and
it's not real meat.
Wait, so we're saying there was a national storage surplus of wings for a while that we didn't know about?
Yeah.
Like there was just a giant freezer somewhere besides Fort Knox filled with chicken wings.
It's kind of like diamonds. Don't they keep diamonds all in one place and then they kind of divvy them out throughout the year?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of wings. More so than diamonds.
Chicken wings right now? Is there a stock for chicken wings?
No, but hey, do you know? So I'm glad you brought this up. There is a stock, an IPO that is launching Wednesday, and it is supposed to be like $1 gajillion. It's Coinbase. Yeah. So Coinbase is going public, but apparently it's going directly to like when the market opens, you can fucking get it, right? And usually they have an IPO and they have to go through a stock house, and a bunch of rich people get on it earlier, and then the rest of the public is fucked, and it's already up to like 40 or 50% at that point.
Wingstop is a publicly traded company.
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
They're sitting at $135.40 a share right now.
Yeah.
You might want to short that stock.
Maybe.
No, not as long as Rick Ross is around.
I was gonna say, who owns like half of those is Rick Ross. The boss owns those things, and they're fucking popular as
They're headquartered
shit.
in Dallas.
Yeah. Maybe we can stop down there. But who knows? So Coinbase, Giorgio, yes or no? Are we doing this on Wednesday?
Yeah. We should get on some Coinbase.
Really?
That's not an IPO. That's an ICO, right?
No, I think they're gonna the
so they're not
the brokerage.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird when your product is a fucking cryptocurrency, essentially. What's that? I can't hear you.
It's just a website that all the cryptos are on.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
but it's the most popular one.
But how do
world.
you go public without knowing exactly what's going to happen in the crypto world, right? Like if it stops being an investing platform and starts becoming more of a currency, right?
Yeah, right.
That seems like it's going to have some impact on it. Although, I mean, these guys are fucking smart. Coinbase is one of the smartest companies in all of crypto, the way they've handled their business so far. So I'm sure they got a fucking plan.
And they're the most popular sites to allow you to buy different cryptocurrencies and all that other stuff. But exactly like you were saying, long term, they were like, hey, does this get regulated by the feds?
It's going to somehow
more closely, but who
knows how, right?
But for right now, is there a thing on Reddit for Coinbase? So I looked up the symbol. It's going to be COIN. That's going to be the symbol, and it's going to be on NASDAQ on Wednesday. It goes live on the 14th.
Yeah, this is the establishment of the brands, I think. This is Visa.
Yeah. Do we go all in on this or no?
They're trying to get out first and be it's called a category of one in the industry.
Do you have go to Wall Street Bettors? Do they have anything on there, or do they put their own thing down?
Coinbase has its own subreddit with 103,000 members.
Gigi's saying in the chat that Coinbase, and she would know, by the way, you guys don't know what she and her fucking husband do, but she knows what the fuck she's talking about. Coinbase is priced at $440.
Right now? Just opening. That's the
highest IPO I've ever heard of.
Ever.
Like, what was Facebook, like fucking 130?
No, so I got in on Facebook, and when Facebook actually launched, I think it was $28 or 30. I think $28 or $30 dollars. Fucking $440 for Coinbase.
Yeah, Facebook then tanked, like as soon as
because they didn't have a monetization strategy like they do now.
It finished even for the day and then went down and all that other stuff. And I remember, I think when Twitter went public, I think there was a 33. If Gigi is still in the chat,
she's always in the chat.
Should we go in on Coinbase? Like, will that be a fun day for Wednesday? At $440? If this gets hot in Reddit,
$260
as shit.
It's too hot. I may grab one for lulls.
It looks like the previous high was Alibaba at 264. Alibaba, by the way, is the Chinese version of Amazon, and Amazon has I think 100 million active subscribers. Alibaba has about 890 million active subscribers, way bigger. So you're talking about Alibaba's probably the biggest company in the world that does actual non-tech stuff. You're $200 almost over this for Coinbase.
So it's $440 a share. What's the market cap?
Anybody know the market cap?
I don't know if there is one.
Oh, there's got to be, yeah.
When you do it yourself, does there have to be a cap? She said she literally can't come. That's right. I forgot. I understand why.
Yep.
Give us a fucking emoji then.
I mean, they've got $100 billion valuation.
Yes. And dude, I was looking at the numbers. The reason why this is so crazy, like last year they made like, I don't know, 1.2 billion or something. Mm-hmm. The first quarter of this year, they made like $190 billion. Like, I mean, it's fucking insane. You're saying no, Fake Dan. I'm surprised you're not in on this. You do shit like 440 is high.
I know. I just hate using Coinbase.
You do? What are you using?
That has nothing to do with this, asshole.
It's more personal. It's just they charge so much.
Oh, yeah, they do. But that's why they're fucking making a lot of money.
Yeah, what's the percentage on it? Because they charge a percentage to get in on all this shit. So what's the percentage they charge, you know?
It changes. Kind of fluctuates.
Oh, there's not like a set price, kind of like a TD Ameritrade or something like that?
So.
Watch the big moves in the coin ATM market in the next year to year and a half. If anyone can like really corner that market and every crypto transfer ATM in like 7-Elevens or any like big corporate partnerships like that, I think that's really going to shake the game up.
Ooh.
Also, I have no idea what Ripple's going off right now.
Ripple?
Ripple's gone off to like, it's increased like $1 over the last few weeks.
That's
now,
weird.
I love Ripple's technology because they're the ones who can do instantaneous transfers between all different currencies in the world.
Okay.
So instead of taking those like long day transfers, they can validate that transaction like almost instantaneously. Ripple's been one of the fastest for validating, apparently. When I was like diving deep into the white papers, they have a pretty underlying technology.
Gotcha.
With that said, buy basic attention token. Bad.
No.
Or by me, I'm going to release myself as an NFT soon. I identify as an NFT now.
Yep.
I am up for sale, so if anyone in the chat wants to buy Papa G, I'm here.
A lot of people are getting in on it. Luke Garza, the player of the year, which I called in college basketball. He just sold an NFT, the first college athletes ever to do it, and for $40,000. I mean, he's going pro, so he can do it, but...
Tim Dillon sold his for $20K.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
$20,000 is $20,000, man.
So
Shit.
I think he was hoping for a little bit more, but you know.
I'd punch somebody in the face for $80. 20 grand is great.
One of the best quotes that's come out of Icebreaker so far is and pay attention because there's a big fight going on this weekend apparently, but Adam was asking Chuck about if he would fight, if some guy offered him money to like come to a birthday party and fight him or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you give me your money, I'll beat you up.
Yeah.
It's a good quote because he means that shit for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Good stuff. Coinbase, their profitability is into the future is going to be based on people continuing to use their service, right?
Yes.
So they've got to keep the idea of investing in different stuff hot. Now, it doesn't necessarily just have to be cryptocurrency, right? Mm-hmm. They could have, like if, for example, if Ethereum using their particular blockchain really got heavy into this decentralized internet stuff and started selling that as a product at some point,
right?
And you still had to purchase access through them somehow if they bought into that. That's the way to do it. You know what I mean? Don't get bogged down in thinking you're just in the crypto trading business. You're in the business of selling a product to people. It doesn't matter what the fucking product is. The product is irrelevant.
Right.
These are smart people though. They've done a really good job of growing their business over there, and to be honest, they've done a good job of boxing out the competition. I don't know if there's collusion behind the scenes that's helping them out doing that, but they do have pretty high fees compared to other people. So, and I don't know if it's just a name ID that's doing it for them, or because crypto's new, right? Relatively, investing in this.
Relatively. So this company got started about 8 years ago. It looks like, and they were kind of the first ones in. Yeah,
people trust them.
Yeah. A lot of people in the chat are saying here there is the fees, yes, like TD Ameritrade. Yeah. So it's like a trading fee. I understand that.
But they also offer most cryptocurrencies compared to like other ones.
Yeah.
They just have more variety.
Yeah. So. I mean, they offset risk by having pretty much everybody on their site, right? So, I mean, there's some of those, what do they call them? Altcoins. Some of those altcoins are like kind of dodgy, I think, but they have so much fluid capital because they're not doing anything. Like they pay for their web services, which if I had to guess are probably like $100,000 a month or something like that. And they're making $22 billion a year, I think, or something like that. Or they're projected to make $22 billion a year within the next couple of years. So, they're fine. They're very fluid money-wise. So if they have to pivot, and I'm sure they're thinking about that now, what's going to happen? How do we hedge to make sure that whatever happens, we're on board with the first thing? Because we already got the name ID.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like Coke before restaurants were serving fountain drinks, right? They knew that restaurants were coming.
Yep.
They knew that restaurants were getting bigger. They saw this stuff and they're like, hey, we should go to McDonald's and give them fucking free Coke for a year.
Yeah.
Just to get our shit in the door, right? That's probably what you're going to see. They're going to try to fucking do a lot of cool stuff.
Lloyd Burke is saying they don't offer Dogecoin. I read that they did actually. So I don't know. I haven't bought any. But Hot Bob, I tell you what, will you do some research and let us know when we can get in on this Wednesday morning? I'd just like to see it, and maybe we'll do like a bonus stonks show again to see what happens with it.
We got to get that dude back on. What was his name?
Oh yeah,
Stonks
that
dude?
guy from Manhattan Beach. Yeah, he was rad.
Let me look him up. I got to remember his name so we can remember this.
We have so many guests. I don't remember the names, but look it up, Hot Bob, and then see when we can get in, like what time. Because I know what time the market opens, but I wonder if you can do it like pre-market, how that's going to work. So fuck, man, I'm trying to think back. I can't remember a company ever doing this without a brokerage firm behind it and then waiting, a few hours until the market's open to let everybody else in. This is just really for the public.
Meb Faber.
Meb Faber? Yeah.
Meb Faber.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, it was great.
Like the only thing we told him before the show, he was like, hey, do I need to know anything? I'm like, if you refer to stocks as anything other than stocks, we're cutting the interview.
Yeah.
And you're out.
And he did. He did the whole show.
He, without skipping a beat, said stocks every single time.
Yeah.
I was really proud of him. That's when I knew he was a friend.
Yeah, so maybe we can go in super early, Bob, and then buy some shares to see what happens to this fucking thing. I just like to be a part of it.
It depends on what you think is going to happen. If you buying at 440, are we expecting it to go up soon? Because if you think about the rise of Bitcoin has been projected by a lot of people to go over 100K this year, right? A lot of people think there's going to be a run on the market.
Yeah.
If there's a run on the market, that's a short-term purchase, though, right?
Right.
Like if you cause unnatural inflation, there's always a dip, a big one afterwards. So you want to I guess you could, in this case, buy the dip, just double down on your investment. Like if you get in early enough, there's going to be a spike in a dip. Right?
So a lot of people with these IPOs, what they do, especially like the big investors who get in early, because again, typically it goes through like a brokerage firm.
Yeah.
They offer a certain amount of shares and then open it up to the public after that, right?
Right. Or
by that point, they've already made 30 or 40%. So a lot of them sell it and get out of it, take the 30, 40% and rock. But with this, if everybody can get in.
Well, a lot of people did that with Facebook, and that was a mistake. So Facebook came out, their IPO tanked. I think they were valuated at 19 billion, and they tanked immediately because they didn't have they didn't have a monetization plan. Now,
well, they also had problems with the market that day and their shares because I was in on it that day. Yeah. And so we watched it and we did and we were like, this is it? And it didn't fucking move.
A lot of people overreacted and sold all their shit out, and that was a mistake as well.
Yes.
Because now the valuation of Facebook is like,
God.
900 billion probably, if I had to guess. It would say it's getting close to $1 trillion by now. So I don't know what it is actually, but I think I saw somewhere that
it's at 310 right now?
I think the market cap on Facebook was at fucking like 800 billion or some shit like that. I don't remember.
So Facebook is at 310 a share. Again, the opening number, if I remember correctly, was $28.
885 billion. That's what Facebook's worth right now.
Yeah. So you would have gotten on the day of the IPO, you would have gotten in at around $28 to $32.
Yeah.
If memory serves me correctly.
Basically 10x your investment.
Yeesh.
Yeah. And a lot of people fucking sold early. With an IPO with a tech company like this, their Coinbase is too big to fail at this point. I don't think you got to buy into it. There's no way to not buy into that.
I think so as well. With this Facebook thing, I held on to it for a while, and then it got over like 100, right? And was like at 102. And I remember thinking to myself, because that was like right around that point, everybody was like, I fucking hate Facebook, right? It started to change you used to wake up every morning and there was new shit on the feed and like 9 different apps of like, oh, now we have a messaging app separately than your other one and the other thing. And I was like, this company's going to fucking just go right to the toilet.
Then Instagram came out.
Yeah, I bought Instagram.
And then Facebook started selling your data to everybody.
Yep.
They make plenty of money now.
Yeah, so I got out at like 100 and fucking now it's up to 310.
A lot of people made that mistake though. I mean, maybe it wasn't a mistake back then because nobody knew that these tech companies that became that had that tipping point and became quote unquote too big to fail were indeed too big to fail. Coinbase, who is Coinbase's biggest competitor? I doubt anybody can fucking even name.
Me neither, man.
You know what I mean?
I only know Coinbase, and I know relatively nothing about cryptocurrency, but I know Coinbase.
So if you're Coinbase, you probably go to Elon Musk and be like, hey, do you want fucking 5% of this company for free? Because all you got to do is fucking tweet about it from time to time and make sure people continue to be interested in investing in fucking cryptocurrency. Doesn't matter which one.
Binance is their biggest competitor. They're also like pretty big in the market. They were definitely the Coke, Pepsis to start everything off.
Who was?
Binance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you can get your Dogecoin there if you need.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, my fan page guy is saying that Binance is actually a bigger exchange. Where's their IPO?
Their IPO. They haven't been around long enough. Look, it's hard, man. To go public.
When you say bigger, do you mean they're carrying more investments or they're carrying more capital?
We'll see what his answer is. But when you go public, man, so we have some friends trying to do it with some other companies right now. God damn, they tear through everything you have. Like it's a really difficult process. It's not like anybody can just be like, well, we're a public company and this is what it is. Or,
no,
it is a
shit show. Yes. It is a shit show.
Yeah, they tear through everything you have, all your financials. For that reason, where it's, in case shit gets fucked up, they're going to come after you.
Yeah, Gigi's saying, by the way, on Coinbase, it's hard to know if they're actually releasing anything of value to the general public or if it's just like inflated stock. You know what I mean? That happens sometimes too.
Yep.
I mean, technically, there's so much stuff that is legal that shouldn't be. Like, there's no insider trading law for Congress.
Right.
For the House or Senate.
Right.
They can use stuff they find out in secret to make money.
Yeah. It's still going on. Bob, what did they say about this? What's the general consensus on Reddit for Coinbase? Yes or no?
What, on when to buy it?
Yeah.
As far as I can find, it's just when the market opens.
Really? So everybody's just like, hey, we're all in when the market opens?
I guess. I mean, that's what I've seen. Like, it was just questions like, when can I buy it? And it was all just like, it opens fucking Wednesday.
If it follows the Facebook model, it might be smart to wait a week, let it tank if it tanks. If not, it's not gonna. I mean, I wouldn't assume that it's gonna spike immediately.
Well, here's why I think it will, and this is just based on everything we've been talking about over the last few months, right? You have cryptocurrency, which it feels like everybody and their mother's investing in. It's the hottest thing on the planet, and then you have Reddit combined with all of this crazy shit. Then you have a company that's not allowing you to. It's not going through, a holding house, if you will, and then releasing a limited number of shares. If anybody can go into this, what's to stop everybody from driving this thing to the fucking moon on Wednesday just to do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's that probably is likely if
it's
Reddit
a wild world. Yeah.
And what are people? What is the finance industry going to do to box those people out? That's the real question, right?
Well, can you because again, it's not coming from a brokerage house.
Well, with an IPO, they can decide. Now, there's rules and regulations, and there are people that know this way better than I do. But I would think that they could put out, like Gigi was saying, stuff that is far less valuable, right? Mm-hmm. Like maybe only 10% or 20% of the company is available to the public, and everything else is already spoken for, right? I mean, I don't know how that works, but I would assume they're planning, after all the shit that happened over the last couple of months, they're certainly planning to hedge against that for sure. There's no way they're not.
What if the thing explodes and they shut down the market again? It would just
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I'd tell you what, we'll put Hot Bob on the case and then get some more info, and then maybe we'll come in and do an early morning stonk show and buy it just to see what happens, because that's fucking wild. I thought for sure you'd have to go through some fucking very expensive hedge firm.
Gigi is saying that you know what she does. She can't even get this IPO.
No one can. So you're up against, you're in Gen Pop. So if you're there when the market opens up, congratulations. And whatever that price is set at, that's it. Go.
Gen Pop is full of fucking bots too that are buying shit up before it even hits the market. I mean, it happens so quickly. Your little clicky finger can't keep up with robots.
Well, it's not that. So
you can do night before.
Yes. Yeah. So you can do night before and say, all right, great. I'm going to set this for market at, when it opens, and boom, buy it. But all of us can do that. You don't need a bot for that. I've done that before.
Yeah, you can do that, but I mean, again, it happens based on where you were in line as well. Like those transactions go through based on timestamps, so who knows if you even get in if they have a limited availability.
So they don't. Is the beauty.
Gigi is saying don't do this, but it's super risky. So I definitely trust her more than I do your ass.
I just want a couple shares just for the funsies of it, for the magic of it, to see what happens.
But at 440, I mean, where does that thing have to go for you to really get value out of it?
Shit.
Look.
440 is crazy.
It wouldn't be surprising to me if Coinbase a year from now is trading at like 1,100, 1,200, to be honest.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah, but I mean, it is. That's a pretty big risk.
It is, but if we just did a couple shares, just a couple shares for funsies, maybe we'll see.
You
what
just want to
with
fucking.
It. I just want.
Why don't we just get?
I have FOMO with this.
Let's get $1,200 and we'll just burn it on the table right now.
I just want some shares for funsies just to be a part of the magic to see what happens.
Yeah. We should probably do it.
Just to see what happens. Just for funsies, do a live stonk show, because this will be all anything is anybody's talking about on Wednesday. It'll be very similar to that GameStop thing. I have a feeling. Whenever you just launch like this and you let normal people in on it, what's to stop everybody from just buying one?
What's to stop everybody from buying this shirt right here that says all politicians are cunts and has my
shirt.
Fucking face on it? Can you see the cunt?
Is that available now on the store?
It is. We also added some of the classics. So the blue and red shirts that just have the mug logo and then the Drinkin' Bros logo across the chest.
Yep.
I had to cancel a bunch of orders about a month ago when we flipped over to the new site because those products didn't exist anymore. We couldn't fulfill them. So I canceled them and then sent everybody a gift card, right? So they could use it on the new site. Well, if you want to go back and buy those shirts now, they're available again. Same ones as before. It just took us a while to get them made. And then we've got some other shit coming out soon as well. So keep your peepers open for that.
Yeah, I got the new black one here somewhere in this one. Drinkinbros.com. Buttersoft tees. These are great, by the way. Big fan of these. Yep. And everybody's asking about that pedophile hunter thing. Chuck Liddell's been wearing it all over the place.
Yeah, I've actually I'm working on something with Dixon Flannel right now. What I'm working on is we're going to get some of these hats made, and we're going to get a Drinkin' Bros logo on the side of it, and then we're going to sell them, and then we're going to give all the money to like Operation Underground Railroad or one of those organizations that hunt down sex trafficking rings.
Really?
Yep.
That'd be fucking great.
Yep.
Let's get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week here, shall we? Forgive me, kids. I was on a plane, so I'm going off my phone. Computer is dead. This one comes in from Brett's Waldrop from Illinois, member of Drinkin' Bros for 6 months, and he's nominating Andrew DeGroot. I hope it's DeGroot and not DeGro, is it a soft T at the end?
I don't know. Wonder. I mean, Groot that's the best character that Vin Diesel's ever played.
It's the best acting he's ever done.
Yeah, he's only said I and am and Groot, and specifically in that order, according to Bradley Cooper, so...
Reason for the nomination, Andrew got me listening to your guys' show, and even though I don't agree with all of your points of view, you really helped me expand my knowledge on topics. He's a hardworking father and busts his ass to take care of his daughters, all while he gets little to no sleep, and he's a great man. Cheers. Yeah, look, I think that's the point of Drinkin' Bros and all of this stuff. Or any podcast where it should be, right? Yes, you should not agree with everybody 100% of the time. It would be nice, right? Especially with a man and a wife, if you agreed on everything. But it's not going to happen in this life, and it's not going to happen in podcasts.
I don't like sycophants. People who, yes men, is the easy way to say that, I suppose. I had some pretty good arguments over the weekend, actually. They were fun. People made some comments, or one guy in particular is not a fan of Alex Jones, which I understand. A lot of people aren't after the Sandy Hook thing.
Sure.
And he's going to pay for that in a lot of ways. He's paid for it a lot already. Now he's going to probably pay for it financially, right?
Yeah,
in a big way.
Yeah.
But we talked shit to each other for a while, and it was like, all right, cool, see you later.
Yeah, and
it's really that simple, right?
And that's the other thing too about this is we try to have as many eclectic guests as we have.
Well, yeah, one of the things...
Or as we can have on the show.
Yeah,
that way, with a catalog of this big, Again, if you tally up all the fake newses and the 2 buzz to airs and the specials,
we're getting close to 1,000.
Close to 1,000 episodes, and that way you can go back and cherry pick through your favorite episodes.
Yeah.
I sat next to a woman on a plane who was a hardcore Democrat, right?
Yeah.
And what I said, what I did, she was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, we own this media company and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, "What's the name of the podcast?" And I was like, Drinkin Bros Podcast. Mm-hmm. Ironically, she said the same thing. She goes, "Oh, my boyfriend wanted to watch your show on election night for Alex Jones."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh," and they flipped over and watched the show.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, we were supposed to do Rogan or whatever." And she was like, that's how I know about you guys and blah, blah, blah. She goes, "I lean totally the opposite way of you personally, Ross." But she goes, "God damn it, if you guys aren't entertaining."
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
I mean,
try to be.
one of the things this guy said was that we should try to get more liberals on the show. I'm like, well, we fucking try.
And look,
they won't come on.
They will not
for
come
the most
on.
part. We've had people cancel because we're too conservative. I don't know how the fuck I'm conservative.
Right.
Like I spend the vast majority of my time ripping conservatives a new assholes. So, and I'm also wearing a shirt that literally says all politicians are cunts.
Well, you rip liberals equally as well. So
yeah, for sure.
That's the thing. Yeah, but we do try. Shit. Even if like AOC wanted to come on, I'd be fine with it. I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Plus, we would want to see, how crazy she was, and if that could be potentially an ex-girlfriend for Dan later on down the line somewhere. But we're open to all these guests and all that shit. And like a conversation is a conversation. And if you don't have it and you just shut people down, you're a fucking asshole. Like, at least listen to somebody. You might not agree with them all the time, but it sure is interesting every day.
It is, yeah. And somebody mentioned Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, we're working on that one now. She's working on her new podcast right now. And
she is, correct.
And banking episodes and shit. And once it gets going, then she'll start doing press, and then we'll get her on after that.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure she had something to actually promote other than just her trailer before she came on the show.
Correct.
Not that you guys wouldn't listen anyways, but it's good. I want to be able to listen to a couple of her episodes and see what the conversation is like, so we can have a thoughtful conversation about it. Right?
Yeah. And I've been in touch with her personally. And she's great. Didn't send me through a publicist or anything like that. So, we will absolutely have her
People
on.
keep saying Tom McDonald, too. I have no idea who that is.
I looked up Tom McDonald. Okay, so I've gotten a million messages about Tom McDonald, the white rapper. Pull him up on screen.
Oh, is he the dude with all the tattoos that raps about conservative shit? Yeah, okay, I know.
Correct, yeah. So,
and why would we, what's his deal?
He's pretty funny, and the shit's pretty crazy, and the people love him. A lot of people love this guy. What's his Instagram?
Love is a strong word. Right?
What's his?
Did he have hog tattooed on his chin? Because that's a weird place for that.
Yeah.
Shows where the hog goes.
No.
What's his Instagram following? How big is it? Not that that is a prerequisite to be on the show, obviously.
No, I don't care about that. I mean, obviously.
I just want to see how famous he is, because I did look him up. I looked up the video. Shit. That's a lot of fucking people. Yeah, I looked up his videos and all that other shit, and look, there is a lot of people that love him, and his shit's pretty decent. So yeah, I'm totally down. I don't know him personally though. I'm kind of new to him because of you guys, actually, the listeners. But yeah, if you have any other listener suggestions, shit, fire away, man. We'll try to get him on.
And he's like a political guy, or is he more comedy, or what?
He's a rapper. Georgia? Why did you say?
I just can't get behind any of these guys. There's been a bunch of them over the last 10 years. Not necessarily rapping about conservative values, but like there was a dude Stitches for a while.
Stitches, yeah.
Yeah. And that just launched a whole South Florida rap community where they just...
Dude, Rocco challenged Stitches live on air to a fight, and then we were going back and forth on Instagram with that guy. I didn't get it either. I'm with you on Stitches. I didn't get Stitches.
I'm not here for that Rocco fight. Can we bring that back? Someone is that a callback?
So I'm being told.
We'd all love to.
Apparently, HOG stands for. We're actually working on Titan Uranus, which is a really funny name, by the way. Mm-hmm. It's the word Titan, like the moon.
Yeah.
And then Uranus.
Yep.
Uranus.
Obviously.
The planet. We're working on getting Colin Noir on right now. We're going to have him on and the Sons of Liberty Gunworks guys on at the same time, sometime in the near future.
Yeah,
so that'll be pretty good. Also, these guys are saying that HOG stands for Hangover Gang. Got it,
right,
dude. But get it tattooed somewhere other than right below your fucking mouth.
I'm in. Look, if he's making cash, he's making cash. If you know him, I've been hit up a million times about him. If you know him, for sure. Hit him up. We'll have him on, and then we'll do all of the things.
Yeah, Ben, we're not gonna get Askren on now. He's fighting in 4 fucking days, dude.
He is, but we are going live for that Askren Jake Paul fight on Saturday night,
and we're probably gonna do a live show Sunday as well
with Jared.
To do a live viewing. So a lot of guys, I think Donut, Evan, Jared, and a bunch of other people, along with Nitro, did this boat race. That's pretty dope. It's gonna air at 8 a.m. Central, so 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2, I think. But we're going to record it and play it through the DVR at the bar at WTF, I think. So if you're in the Austin area and blah, blah, blah. Also, if you're in the Austin area.
We'll set up a time for it. Probably in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, make sure you get to HEB and get down on that Kill Cliff thing that I told you about last week.
Is it out?
Yeah. So it's not the CBD, but it's all their other products are in the health and wellness section or whatever the fucking HEBs, and they have a $2 for $4 deal going on right now until like the 24th of April.
Okay.
Also, sometime in the next week or so, I'm going to hide something special inside a couple of these throughout the city of Austin and San Antonio. Jared's going to help me out with that.
Scavenger hunt?
Yeah, and if you find them, then, you're going to get a special little prize.
Every time we do a scavenger hunt, the last one was found in 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's because you took a picture with a landmark in it. All HEBs look the same, bro.
Well, if you put it if you put the address thing up there, on Instagram, you can do it. And I want people to find the shit. What did I put in there? I put a bunch of merch, and then I think a bunch of stickers, and then a joint. I had just come back from LA, so I put a brand new joint that was sealed. Yeah, because they have those sealed ones in the plastic tubes, so you know that nobody's fucked with it.
Yep.
18 minutes that was found last time for that scavenger hunt. I like doing those. Those are fun.
Yeah, they are fun. We're helping Killcliff get the word out about their retail stuff now.
So I saw them in Ralph's in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. Like Ralph's is.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
That's our biggest, grocery.
Yeah.
And
now they're in HEB as well, which is those are two of the biggest grocery stores in the country.
Yeah.
Ralph's and what's Albertsons.
HEB,
Safeway, and
let's be real. If you live in Texas, that is the only grocery store you're going to.
Yeah, I don't think other ones. The only other ones that you really see are the smaller mom and pop ones, are like Sprouts and Whole Foods and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not going to see Safeway try to push into Texas.
No.
It's a non-permissive environment for your California bullshit. Okay. It's a nice way to say
I'm a big fan of HEB. Huge fan. Join us this weekend. That'll be on sports. We're going live. I've got Jake Paul, man. I know that sounds fucking weird, but I've got Jake Paul beating Ben Askren.
I'm going to bring $1,000 cash to the studio that night, and I'm going to put it on the table. And if anyone wants a piece of that action, they can get that money line with me.
No way. Are you for Ben Askren?
Yeah, and everyone, I can't give stock advice, but put the house on Ben. Put the house on Ben.
So I tell you what, go to mybookie.com right now. Who gives a shit? Like, I just flew in. We can go overtime. Let's just keep going. Go to mybookie.com, Hot Bob. I don't have my computer's dead, sorry. Pop up the fight odds for this. I think if you bet on Askren, it's like money lines like +2. You'd win like 2.5 to 1. The odds are all on Jake as like a heavy favorite.
I'm trying to get people rich. That's all I'm trying to do.
All right, what do we got here?
Askren's +115 money line.
Wow. Oh, shit. So that went down. Askren. Everybody's betting Askren. Dude, it opened up at 225.
Are there any props on this?
Everybody's betting Askren.
Yeah. Will Askren be knocked down? Yes, -115. Ben Askren to win by KO or TKO? Yes, +110. No, -150. Those are only props I think I'm seeing right now. Should be noted, by the way, as I was editing one of the Icebreakers episodes.
Yes.
Chuck likes Ben.
Yeah, Chuck said Ben's gonna probably knock him out. Like he
really?
He basically said the same thing that he said about if he fought Mike Tyson, right? So Chuck's had this conversation before.
Yeah.
He said Mike's got one chance to knock him out while I'm getting inside, and once I get inside and take you down, it's over, right? And he thinks the same with Ben. If Paul can't keep him at a distance and Ben gets inside on him, he's gonna get fucked up, right? But he's got the reach. Paul's got the reach, and he's not a bad puncher.
Well, he hasn't fought anybody real.
No, he hasn't fought anybody that knows what they're doing. Right. So
it should be. Chuck had a cool insight on this also. I forget which episode this was. It was either 1 or 2, but hopefully it's the one tonight since we're talking about it. But he said that one thing Paul might not be prepared for is that wrestlers kind of punch weird. So he's going to be training probably for like a normal boxing guy.
Right.
And he said that wrestlers aren't necessarily great with whatever. Well, he said wrestlers have a great hook because of the way they're strength.
The torque,
Yeah. What's how many rounds is this? Because that's a big deal as well.
8 rounds, right?
8?
Yes, I believe it's 8 rounds. If I'm wrong, it's 7, but I do believe it's 8.
Shit.
Yeah, Jake's never been scared like this before. Jake's never been tired like this before. Jake's never been.
Yeah.
He's not been hit. I mean, does he seem like it's 8 rounds? By the way,
it is 8 rounds. That's a long time, man.
Yeah, I wonder. He doesn't seem. I don't know Jake Paul, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that lets people touch him up and practice when they're sparring. Like I doubt he's been hit in the face before.
Well, when your money's coming off of YouTube,
yeah,
it makes sense,
right? So I mean, that's something. Ben Askren's not afraid to get punched in the face, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's that knee to the head was an amazing. That's like hitting a fucking high 100-mile-per-hour fastball out of the ballpark. That's not something that happens very frequently, right?
Yeah.
But Ben Askren has stood toe-to-toe with dudes that have beat him up pretty good, and he's stayed on his feet. I don't see, unless Jake Paul just gets away with a haymaker, I don't see him knocking him out, man. I just don't see it. That dude's got he's got a strong chin. He's also, what are they using, like 16-ounce or 12-ounce gloves or some shit? What does boxing use?
Put the my bookie thing on the screen, by the way. My bookie promo code Drinkin Bros will double your deposits there.
On the 16-ounce gloves.
Yeah, that's a 16-ounce glove probably. And what are MMA gloves are what, like 5 ounces, something like that? 4 ounces?
Yeah, 4 ounce gloves.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not even close to the same thing.
Jake doesn't have the power to knock him out after round 3.
Probably not, because the power comes from the legs, right?
Yeah, and he'd be exhausted, one would imagine.
He's young. What is he, 23?
Yeah, he's a young dude.
He might have a little more stamina than that, but I mean, anybody the difference is, anybody that wrestled in high school knows this.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. Like, before you actually do any actual wrestling, you're doing a bunch of moves on the ground for 45 goddamn minutes so you can sweat your balls off and get tired. They want you learning shit and then practicing shit while you're tired. Ben Askren is not afraid of being tired and then fighting while tired. He's done that his whole life. Jake Paul's never done that before.
Man, I wish we could play this training footage here on the air. God damn it, man. I didn't see that. He just released his training footage, 5 hours ago?
Yeah, there's a couple. The pre-fight interview.
So have you watched it? Is this why you're so confident, or just because of your MMA knowledge?
I don't know why you would fucking release your
I mean, I know Ben personally.
footage.
Ben has made me feel like the little bitchiest bitch I've ever felt in my life.
Oh, you do know him personally?
Ben has whooped my ass like no man has ever on this planet. Ben has made me feel so inferior as a human being and so like helpless to do anything or to move. Like he would just mess with me.
But see, this stance right here is an MMA stance. It's not really boxing. Because your guard's got to be, it's different, man.
Yeah, he's got his palms out a little bit more than you would see from a boxer.
I don't know, man. I think
this also might be a joke.
I might go with Jake. Yeah, what if it was? All right.
He might just have this guy simulating moves that he's seen Jake Paul try. Also, he's not taking this seriously, clearly.
What if he's not taking the fight seriously, though?
No, he's definitely taking the fight seriously.
Ben would not take the fight seriously.
Okay. I'm going to put somebody on Jake. I'll go to my bookie that night.
Ben is that annoying kid in class who won't stop messing with you, but you can't do anything about it.
Who is the undercard that night? Because I know like Snoop Dogg is going to call the fight, which whatever your feelings are on Snoop Dogg, him calling a fight the last time was fucking hilarious, man. I laughed my ass off. He was high as shit, dude, and it was really funny commentary.
Yeah. When had Snoop Dogg not been high?
I know.
Oh my God, Lamar Odom is fighting Aaron Carter.
What? That's on the undercard?
It's no. This is on June 12th.
Oh yeah.
And then June 19th, Anderson Silva's fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which is interesting.
That is not
that's
interesting
if you're a fight guy, because
Cesar
Chavez
Jr.
is like, he wasn't okay. He wasn't his dad.
No, but he's quick.
But Anderson is old. And he hasn't won a fight in like 8 years.
He lost like his last 4 fights.
Chavez Jr. I used to watch a bunch of his fights. He could have been a superstar. He was fucking lazy, so he just smoked weed all the time. When he actually trained and showed up, man, he used to fucking kill people. I would go all in on him against Anderson Silva for sure.
Man, it's pretty fucked up that they're just making two drug addicts fight each other for money.
That's great, though. It's exactly what we've been talking about.
It's like bum fights, but it's
literally bum
I mean, that's the ultimate callback to this episode of like crackheads fighting each other, dude.
Aaron Carter versus Lamar Odom.
That's great.
That's more depraved than like making two people throw balls into holes to get your student loans forgiven on national TV.
I didn't realize that Aaron Carter was also a crackhead.
Yes. Come on, dude.
I don't keep up with these assholes.
Two great crackheads going at it. Man, that's I don't know how much I would pay for that fight, but
No, I'd pay $0 for that fight.
pay about $4 for that fight.
Apparently, Aaron Carter had, among other things, a huffing addiction.
Oh, I love those people, dude. Dude, when you're
He's
huffing
fucking rich. Why is he
huffing
huffing
potpourri,
shit?
dude.
I don't know, man, but
I remember there was
That's embarrassing. To
a drug
addicts.
shortage at Ohio State, and I found a buddy I knew passed out on the floor with a fucking rag in his hand and a can of fucking potpourri, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I think he was like the #1 artist in America or the world when he was like at his peak, and you're huffing chloride.
It's all you do is you put a rag around it. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck do you do? And then you press the thing, and you're just inhaling all of the fumes inside of you. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
the rags to catch all the stuff you don't want to.
yes.
There's easier ways to get high, guys.
also, what a dark turn in his career where he went from a popular song about playing against a Laker to now having to fight a Laker as a former drug addict.
boy. Oh my God. Who's on the undercard of Jake Paul? Is there anybody cool that we can get into here?
Can you look up the Triller undercard, Rob?
I love that Triller's a thing now. I've watched both of the Paul fights on Triller. It was I will say this, for a brand new app, there was zero problems with it. I had more problems with ESPN Plus than I did with fucking Triller.
I know
Or fights.
none of these people.
It's fights. F-I-T-E. That was it. Yeah. All right. Who do we got here?
Whoa, scroll back up a little bit. Is that
Frank Mir.
What the hell?
Frank Mir's fighting. You know him, Giorgio.
Frank Mir is a
Yeah, I
former
didn't see that. You
heavyweight
scrolled pretty
champ.
quickly.
Yeah.
Wait, did Frank ever win the heavyweight championship?
Yeah.
He
Against-
knocked Silva. Tim Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
The other guys I don't know keep going up here. Keep scrolling up.
Oh, he's only 41. I thought he would be older than that.
Oh shit.
Ivan Redcock,
Wow.
nicknamed the Killer.
You gotta go all in on a guy named Redcock.
He's from the Ukraine, so he's probably drunk right now.
Easily 35. That's the time you want to start boxing. Is 35.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's just. Who's Steve Cunningham?
Not sure. I don't know.
He's a pro boxer.
I know Frank Mir, but that's about it. Why? Look, this is going to be a big pay-per-view. Why wouldn't you get
shit.
your name in this?
Steve Cunningham is a fucking veteran of the Navy.
He's 44 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
He's a Navy veteran.
Okay.
Good for him.
All right. Scroll down. Who else? Who's the last one on here? Why does John Fournier sound familiar?
Joe Fournier.
And Raycon? I mean, obviously, it's not the headphones. It's Reykon.
He looks like a rapper, though.
He does,
Joe
yeah.
Fournier, the fucking, he's an entrepreneur, apparently, and then he's moved into the nightclub industry and then boxing.
I think I know who this guy is.
He's got to be fighting Raycon the rapper. It's the nightclub owner versus the rapper.
Oh, my gosh. What happened? Did he not get his fucking $8,000 that night?
It sounds like he sold a fucking Fortune 100 company, so I'm pretty sure he's done financially. Now he's just trying to do weird shit, probably.
Yeah. Who's Raycon? Let's look up Raycon. Reykon. Either way, we're going to be watching this shit live, making fun of it. What does he do?
He's a reggaeton performer,
Reggaeton?
so Jamaican rapper.
Gross.
Oof,
I don't
God.
listen to any of that bullshit.
By the way, Joe Fournier has donated something like $120 million over the last few years to charity, so he's not hurting for money, that's for sure.
So he just wants to do this.
He's also 8-0 in his boxing career, although he did, overturn before he tested positive. So he beat a guy, but he tested positive for banned substances. That was back in 2016.
So here's what I'm saying.
But he hasn't boxed since December of 2016. This is his first time back.
Yeah, it's 4 years. I would love to see Mickey Rourke in there. Like if you know you're going to get pay-per-view numbers like this, let's get Mickey Rourke in there again.
Get Sylvester Stallone to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they're in wheelchairs.
They're both like 76.
It's wheelchair jousting.
Yeah.
So they can get like one of their kids each to push them, and I would watch that because Sly's daughters are all hot as fuck.
Really? Let the daughters fight.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get their faces fucked up.
No, just put some headgear on them. But Stallone got canceled today.
Oh, did he again?
Yeah,
He's been canceled a number of times.
He joined Mar-a-Lago, the country club, and they're going ham on him on Twitter right now.
I mean, it's the best club down there.
Hey, Sly. Why not? Let him. Who gives a fuck? Why do people care? He's a rich white dude playing fucking golf.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I don't get it. But yeah, we've got a fuck ton of shows this week. That'll be fun, man. Yep. I'm looking forward to that Jake Paul fight. So $1,000, you're saying, hey, anybody can come into the studio and put that down against you to bet on Jake Paul versus.
Yeah, I'm hoping to entice Xander, but it's out there.
I bet Xander will do it. I bet Xander will do it.
It'll be on the table.
Well, he used to work with Jake. Yeah. He was Jake's one of his business managers for a while. So I don't know if he actually thinks he's going to win or not, though. Not to put him on the spot.
I think he said yes. I'm almost positive he said yes. So yeah, if you want to come get that Giorgio money, come on in.
Giorgio, you got to admit that
Paul's
got a puncher's chance in this, right?
No.
I disagree with
nothing. I completely disagree with that.
For me to be the person that I am, Ben needs to go out there and win handedly. He needs to embarrass Jake, and then everything will be right with the world. And
yeah, that sounds like you're betting from a point of emotion.
Last time he bet with a point of emotion, he won. I fucking lost. Who is that guy?
That was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No. UFC. We were doing UFC that night.
Mike Chandler versus.
Yes. Yeah. Chandler fucking house.
Chandler is a goddamn animal.
Who was going to be fighting in a few weeks for the UFC
title.
Yes.
May 19th or some shit, right? I think is that fight.
That was also Giorgio's buddy, and we all bet against him, and he came out. Who did he house that night?
I didn't bet against him the second time.
Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Dan Hooker. Yeah.
The second time, I fucking laid money on him.
Me and Matt took Dan Hooker that night.
I'll never bet against that dude again.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you guys really need to get some of this Ben Askren money. I don't know how the world has this like collective.
Well, look, if you're in the Austin area, because we have a huge screen here, and then we have people come over to watch the fights all the time and get rocked. Pop on in if you want to go, but you've got to bet 1,000 against Papa Giorgio on this one, and that will be the entry, and then we don't care. I just want to see it go down with that much money on the line. It'll make the live show that much better.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, dude. Jake Miller says Gavin Newsom versus Greg Abbott.
Oh, for celebrity boxing?
Yeah.
Wheelchair.
But is there a wheelchair boxing? Is that a thing? Because there are a lot of wheelchair sports, right?
I don't know if there's boxing.
I want to see like electric wheelchair rugby.
Murder ball.
Murder ball, yeah. Well, I've seen murder ball. I've seen obviously, but
is murder ball the one with the tasers?
No.
Have you ever seen that? There's like a giant ball or whatever, and you have to hold it, but you can also tase dudes.
Shit! There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Can you put that on screen?
Damn, that looks dangerous, man.
Oh no, this is what I was going to bring up before too, Ross. The
street beefs,
the
wheelchair
most popular
boxing.
YouTube channels now are just Rogue MMA street fights.
Man, that's back in the day, man. I used to watch all those Kimbo Slice shit. Like I loved it, man.
So this is that, but now they do takedowns too.
Okay, so they're all strapped in, and then you have a guy holding a wheelchair behind you.
Yeah. Ooh, damn, dude. I mean, you can't really move. There's no footwork.
But that's the beauty of it. Shit, I don't want to see people dancing around. I'd rather see people fucking kick the shit out of each other in wheelchairs.
I'd probably watch this.
This is
robots.
It's rock'em
great,
sock'em
dude.
robots. Yeah, basically.
And look, there's two guys that are holding the wheelchairs down, so they're holding it steady.
And how do you know when the dude's knocked out? I guess his hands just go limp next to his sides.
Dan.
No, I'm serious. Like, how do they fucking...
You took it too far today, Dan.
Okay, so after this, we got Dan Crenshaw versus Fetty Wap.
Well, so Crenshaw, he had a post that said he was going to have to step out of the limelight for a little bit. I guess he's got a detached retina.
It's
in the other eye.
It's in the early stages of that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the early stages of that, so hopefully he gets better. I mean, I don't like him, but I don't want his eye to fucking fall out of his head.
Street beat. So man, so the guy's name is Gorilla versus Hell on Wheels. Obviously, that's a huge name if you're in a wheelchair. If you're a wheelchair boxer, you want to go with Hell on Wheels.
What about a baboon versus Fake Dan?
Well, I think we'll get there eventually. I'm not actually worried about.
If
I think that
guys,
would really go down.
Yeah, if any of you guys have a baboon, you can mail it to our PO box. Make sure you put another box in there with a return address so we can send it back after Fake Dan rips it in half.
We'll take it off. We'll take it out live on air and put it in one of those cages that Biden's holding those kids in down on the border, and then have Dan fight it inside the cage.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to Icebreakers tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It is the debut show from Chuck Liddell and Adam Ray. It is on our network. You can download the first episode tonight on iTunes, Spotify, and everywhere that podcasts can be found. Weird show today, but it was fun.
Yeah, we went in a lot of different directions.
I don't even know how Hot Bob writes a description for this. Wheelchair boxing, Chauvin trial, bomb suit girl, and our hatred for Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
I got to interrupt this. I just have a breaking comment on, it looks like the history podcast. Baboons at most weigh up to 90 pounds and don't possess large monkey extreme ape strength.
No, and they're only like fucking
A
2 to
human.
4 foot tall, too.
Yeah.
All right, here's a better question. Do you think you could win a fight against a Rottweiler with hands?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that or die.
Yeah.
Its front legs are still too short for those hands to really matter.
You'd have to go a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah.
I think if you go Poirier.
I mean, I would let the strategy is just to let the dog bite your forearm, and then
Yep.
usually you put your hand behind or your other.
and then
forearm behind
a
the
leg
second
kick
roller.
that fucking dog to death, dude.
No,
And
that's
I think
not-
that's
that's not gonna
Baboon's
work.
not ready
victory.
for a calf kick.
No.
No. But Baboon could leap in the air like.
And it's got pretty sharp teeth. You're going to take some damage. Just let it bite your forearm and then grab its fucking throat and rip its goddamn throat out, man.
By the way, this image that's frozen on YouTube right now, just show it to the audience for 3 seconds. I don't think we'll get flagged for that, this wheelchair fight. Because this is what we're staring at right now.
Yep. There we go.
I love this world, dude. I love the internet. It's terrible if you have children right now. But for everything else, my God, it's fucking hilarious, isn't it?
Yes.
Also, the Drinkin' Bros History YouTube channel is up and Adam. Softcore History is on there. Econo and Blast is on there. And I think there's like 500 subscribers already. We have to get you assholes together and take pictures so we can make a nice banner for you and everything. But download Softcore History and Econo Blast as well. Trying to give you all the good things in this world. And then we got another banger dropping tonight's Icebreakers. Check it out with Chuck Liddell. Thanks for stopping by today. For D'Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. We are the Drinkin' Bros. Good night, everyone.